Welcome back to Salty Country. I'm down at the shed. I'm gonna measure for the addition that we wanna add to it. And I want folks to chime in if they got suggestions, but I'll explain what our plan is. And if you think you got a better idea, leave us a comment. I've got the trusty measuring wheel down here. I'm gonna take some measurements, but our thought, let me back up a little bit. Our thought was to get like one of the metal carport type buildings that is taller than the shed, at least 3 foot taller, with an A-frame roof on it, and then the shed cover, or the barn cover, whatever we're gonna call it, would go over to about my dad's old home place driveway. So I'm gonna take some measurements and then I'll back out and we'll look at it once we get it all measured up. Shout out. All right, it looks like this thing's gonna be somewhere in the neighborhood of 31, 32 feet. Measuring the width now. All right, it looks like about 28 foot wide will work. So here's our thoughts. Over here on this side of the shed, we want to build a addition onto, say, let me go this side right in here. We're going to add an addition. We want it to be about 3 foot taller and then an A-frame roof. So when you look at it from the front yard, it looks like a barn with a lean-to on the side. So that's kind of our thought. I'm going to have to measure the height of this shed. I would like the center section to be one full sheet of metal higher. That way when they put the roof on, I can put a piece of flashing from the shed roof to the post, and then they can attach one piece of tin and it will have that bump up and it'll keep rain from coming through where the middle section is higher. That's our thoughts right now. I'm going to get some quotes and figure out exactly what the dimensions are, but it looks like we're somewhere in the neighborhood of 32 feet long by 28 feet wide. I'll have to come down here too and cut these limbs. One limb's broke off the oak. It died, I guess, but that limb is kind of going over toward the shed now. I need to get down here and get it cut off. But yep, that's kind of our thought. I'll walk over here and we'll look at the shed. From this side of the shed, I've got the tractor in one section. The other section is just a bunch of miscellaneous items from over the years. Got old chair, old garage door in there, ladder, some doors, that kind of stuff. But the plan is to get all that out, and my thought is when I get them to build the addition, it'll basically start here and go to the other end of the shed. I'm gonna see if they can skip this section on post and maybe put a horizontal piece and then put the post from that horizontal piece up so that I can come into the barn and turn into that section if I want to. I think probably what I will end up doing in the right bay is put all the attachments for the farm tractor. I've got a rototiller, 3-point hitch rototiller. I've got a scrape blade, cultivator, and other miscellaneous stuff. So I think I may put some of that stuff in there. I've got a hopper in the back of that bay anyway that goes on the tractor for spreading fertilizer and lime and that kind of stuff. So we'll see. I'm not 100% sure, but I would still like access to this bay when we do the addition so I could pull under it and turn into this section if possible. I'll have to get with the guys that eventually add the addition and see if they can do that. But I'm thinking they can probably span across and go from corner post, skip a couple posts, and just do a horizontal piece and then attach their post from there up, and I can keep access into that side. So feel free to give your comments. Like I said, that's kind of our thoughts. I'll get some input once I find out exactly what span these metal carport type buildings will do to see if the dimensions will work. But feel free to chime in. I may even explore the wood post option and just have them put trusses on it. It depends on what the price of the metal carport type building comes back. But yeah, feel free to comment, suggestions, anything like that you think might be a better idea, and we'll take it into consideration, because right now we're just going to start getting prices. So once again, here's the idea. We want the shed from this end to look like a lean-to added to a higher section that's at least 3 foot higher in the middle. That way I can get excavator and equipment under it easily. And then I want to have them close off the back wall and the side wall along my dad's old home place driveway. Get that side of it closed off with metal, so this front side would be open. Eventually, I think what I'll do on this front side is close it in also, but I'm gonna leave it open until possibly pour concrete or something like that inside so I can get a concrete truck in. But feel free to chime in. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.